MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Ought to be a good one here between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Miami Marlins. Major League Baseball on The Show is next. Derek Holland, an Ohio-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, looking at the numbers, you can see this guy had an ERA over 4 last season. He'd like to do a lot better than that. He's got to do a much better job of keeping base runners off the bases. Cut the walks down and try to limit the hits per 9 innings pitced.
So digging in now, Jose Reyes. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. First delivery to him on the way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in off a good victory last time out, but one that was just their second win in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
It's hot, but not too hot this afternoon, and even 90 degrees here at first pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. Didn't look to me like that was much of a protect swing with 2 strikes.
No, he was trying to go yard, 2 strikes or not. Kind of looks bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm sure his manager would have liked for him to focus on getting on base.
To the plate now, number 23. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. Holland stands 6'2" and throws from the left side. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. Now this rolls all the way to the wall. So a double into the gap has him in business here with 1 away. And you can see where he ranks on the Pirates team leaderboard. Currently tops on the ball club in that category. Giancarlo Stanton now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Scooped up, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, one guy that's worth the price of admission, Andrew McCutchen. Coming into this game, he's among the leaders in the NL in stolen bases, so that tells you enough about this guy's speed. But what it also tells you is he does a pretty good job of getting on base. Keep an eye on him if he gets aboard.
Here's Carlos Santana now, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready with the 1-0. This one's down to third. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a good job on the mound there as he'll strand the runner at third in the opening half inning. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Gus Shasha, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Standing in, Travis Blankenship. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Travis Blankenship.
Here it comes. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. And guys, as we take a look at the Pirates coming into this afternoon, despite the loss last time out, they've been in a real good groove lately. Victorious in 7 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road, so this is a big one for this ball club.
Got him. So coming to the plate, Jason Coates, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And now a pitch on the way. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Nope. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Left side. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dio, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
And here's Christian Yelich now. He swings and grounds it to short, and that's through for a hit.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. That's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
In now, Brian Anderson, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Anderson is a player referred to as clutch by teammates, coaches, and of course the media. He seems to find himself in pressure situations often, and it's hard to find many instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just appears he really relishes the big spot. 1-1 the count. He's set, now the pitch.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Coates at second. Yelich at first. 1 gone. 2-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Ball 3. 3-2 now.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
3-2 pitch. And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
He's definitely stumbled out of the starting blocks here in the first, giving up a couple of base knocks and that walk. First innings are often some of the toughest for a starting pitcher.
Into the box, Colby Rasmus. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Here comes the 0-1. This is pulled into right. And that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Into the box now, Everett Cabrera up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. Given the situation, he's got an opportunity to break this game wide open. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike one.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
The 1-1 home. That's lifted the other way out to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
At the plate, Rob Brantley, and the Marlins looking for more in the game's opening frame. He's set, and the pitch. The 1-0 down the third baseline, and that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 3-0 game.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
So now to the plate, number 5, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Here it comes. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Coates is there, 1 away.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. And let's take a look at Kristen Yelich, former Gold Glove winner in 2014, covers a ton of ground out there, and don't test the arm.
Chris Davis at the plate now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Stays alive, still 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the big left-handed bat of Logan Morrison. First pitch of the at-bat. And a slider tails outside for ball one. 2 out, nobody on. That evens it up 1-1. Hit back up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. Still down 3-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning and set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Derek Holland.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Not where you want the changeup, but he gets away with it for a strike. And he'll fight this one foul off to the left as the count goes to 0-2. 0-2 count and the pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Now back.
Settling in now, Travis Blankenship. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the setback.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Under it is Morrison now, and there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 31.
Stepping up now, Jason Coates. He reached on a single in his first try. And now a pitch on the way. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they could start something serious.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
A 1-1. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
In is Christian Yelich. And there he goes towards second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
Again down to second. Two and 1.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Three and 1 to the Marlins left fielder.
This is a spot you'd like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Now batting, the third baseman, Brian Anderson.
In now, Brian Anderson. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a ground ball to third. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Marlins can't cash in here, and that ends the inning. Marlins strand a pair, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native, the left-handed bat of Neil Walker. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air out to right. Coates has it, and it's a quick out, number one. So one gone now as you take a look there at the standings in the National League East, and you see where the Marlins find themselves entering play today. Now at the plate, Gus Shasha. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch.
Tough to lay off a breaking ball that good, but he saw it all the way.
The 1-0. One out, nobody on. Pirates pitcher at the plate with a 1-2 count.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Count even at 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Now I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Standing in now, Jose Reyes. As he'll run up to bunt here, but misses for strike one.
You could tell he had made up his mind in the batter's box that he was taking that one with him. Great execution of a changeup. Kind of spoiled his plan right there.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Pirates. They trail it here 3-0.
Welcome back. The Marlins are set to hit here in the third inning, and this offense has certainly not disappointed this year. They come into this game near the top of the league in both batting average and on-base percentage. And talking to a few of the players earlier, they emphasized the importance of having quality at-bats every time one of them goes to the plate. One player told me, "We have a lot of professional hitters on this team, and we hold each other up to a certain standard." Guys, that level of accountability seems to make them a difficult bunch to deal with.
Thank you, Heidi. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Colby Rasmus is at the plate as he looks at ball one. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Ooh, that's a good pitch to take a hack at right there. Change up in the zone. He'd like to have that one back.
Misses, ball two. Skied into straightaway right. Stanton has a read on it. One away.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance. Everett Cabrera earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Here's the first pitch to him. Trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit weakly back to the mound. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away. So striding forward now, Rob Brantley. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. The pitch. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
3-0 now. And this one misses inside. A ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, number 5.
Striding in, number 5. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Here comes the first pitch. Strike taken up in the zone. Line drive to center field. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Miami. They lead it 3-0. Leading off the inning, number 23, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Number 23.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
Now batting, Giancarlo Stanton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Late swing there at the breaking ball. Must have been looking for something else. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Lofted in the air out to right field. Coates is there, and he'll bring this one in. Digging in, Carlos Santana. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. Line toward the alley in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. The relay, and he's safe.
The good news for pitchers in this park is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And the runners will stay put here on ball one. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. A 2-0 count to the Bucs center fielder.
Tough situation for him right here. I mean, he's got an open base, so he doesn't have to give in to this guy, but there's definitely danger looming on deck, so you can't just completely work around him either.
Lined hard toward right center. Dive, but it's off his glove, and that ought to get at least 1 run in. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
Hey, we're in the middle of this one already, D-Row. They finally score a run, and they've had a tough time scoring some runs.
Yeah, after taking it on the chin yesterday, it's nice to finally break through. Maybe this gives the offense the confidence it needs.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Here's Chris Davis now. And it's grounded just foul down the line. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
The 0-2 home.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
At the plate now, Logan Morrison, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul for strike 2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
Fouled away. Now another 1-2.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Throw over to first, and he'll be back in standing up. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
And I'm pretty sure he thought that was a strike. He's thinking, what do I have to do? Put a bow on it? Walk it down and put it in the catcher's glove by myself? I think it got called a little outside, so he has to put it behind him now.
Digging in, Neil Walker, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First offering on its way. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. The 0-1 offering. Behind 0-2 now. 0-2. Here it is. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on a couple of hits. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Marlins 3 and the Pirates 1. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Marlins offense with their manager between innings, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Thank you, Heidi. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Derek Holland.
The pitcher, Derek Holland.
First pitch of the at-bat. On, he pops it up. Santana in foul ground, but this will land untouched. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this will be foul. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Stepping in now, Travis Blankenship. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. And he misses 2-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Morrison is over just a few steps to his right as he takes it for out number 2. Coming to the plate now, Jason Coates. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Changeup called strike 1.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
A bouncer to the left side, reined in. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Miami down in order as the lead remains 3-1. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Well, Matt, I talked with Pittsburgh's manager during the inning break about the Pirates' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said he's been really happy with how many balls they've hit hard and on a line. Looking at the numbers, they've had 7 total line drives. And even though some of those have resulted in outs, he says it's that kind of consistent contact that leads to W's in the standings.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
The pitcher, Gus Diasha.
Here comes the first pitch. Gus Shasha is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Hit to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Riding in once again, Jose Reyes. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. A 1-1 count to the Pirates' leadoff hitter. The pitch. Tries to drag his way on here, but now he's behind 1-2. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now on 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. The slider is laid off on the inside as it just misses the zone.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Count remains full. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Well, when you go with a slider there at a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Ready now, number 23. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Snap throw from the catcher. Not in time. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Runners off for second. Strike called. Now the throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Now the 1-1 pitch. Pitch inside. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead, but he made it work out. That was really impressive.
And he misses again. Ball 3.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
And this is the kind of thing that's been happening to him all season long. He'll cruise for a while, hitting his spots, and all of a sudden the wheels come off and he struggles. We'll see if he can recover here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Giancarlo Stanton is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Line drive to center field. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. Long throw to third. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at third.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Two-seam fastball, sinker. He stayed inside it. Didn't have the action the pitcher would have liked.
You know, that's a sinker right there, Mark. It's intended to be down in the zone. And this pitcher better get the ball down because he can't live up in the strike zone.
So now Carlos Santana as he lines it out to center. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now. This team, they're just feasting on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired, going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Now the Miami manager's up out of the dugout and on his way out to the mound. And that's going to do it for Derek Holland. So he'll depart in the 5th with the go-ahead run on base. Didn't work the required 5 for the win, but he could still be hung for the loss should that run come around to score. Justin Marks takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. In now, Andrew McCutchen. That's popped up. Blankenship ranging into shallow right. He can't get there as it falls in.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Roy. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Into the box, Chris Davis. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Yelich is after it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And the go-ahead runs in to score on the sac fly as this is now a 4-3 ball game.
One of the things you want to do as an offense, right, is stay fundamental and keep pushing. A great job there. Sac fly pushes the third run across in this inning.
Stepping up to the plate, Logan Morrison. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Bouncer up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, Dero. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
Here's Neil Walker. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
These guys hitting aren't in first place by accident. They excel at getting out to early leads, so this is a big moment in this game. If they're able to lengthen this lead any more in this inning, they're going to be in really good shape to come away with a win today.
On the ground to the left side. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time for the third out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is finally over. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Pirates 5 and the Marlins 3. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Christian Yelich.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Missed low and inside with it, 1-1. Here it comes. Yanked fouled off to the right. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. After it is McCutchen. He's there and records the first down.
Up next for the Marlins.
Ready for another shot now. Brian Anderson. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you can rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Changed up on him, and he gets the inside corner for strike 2. Towards second. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away. Ready now for the Marlins, Colby Rasmus. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike. Ball 2.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
And now pitch on the way. Grounded back up the middle. He's right there. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. At the plate, Gus Shasha.
Leading off for the Pirates, the pitcher, Gus Shasha.
First pitch of the at-bat. swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Long run for the center fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now back.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jose Reyes. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt single. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
He certainly has. He's seeing the ball so big, Matty. You see the confidence oozing off him in the box. He hasn't fished at anything in the last month or so. So I don't expect this to go away anytime soon.
So now to the plate, number 23. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
And now the runner's trying for third. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Now a spin and a throw back to second, and a dive, but he's back in there. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he will thankfully make it back to second as he almost got caught out there. Digging in to try it again, Giancarlo Stanton. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Dan Jennings, a southpaw standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen.
Jennings.
And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Now at the plate, Carlos Santana, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First delivery to him on the way. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Ball 1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Two men are on with 2 men out. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 1-2. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Reyes rounds the corner and is headed home. 1 run is scored. Here's a second runner around third. Safe at the plate, and they lead now by 4.
This one just whistles over the second baseman's head. He had no chance to make a play on that one, and it gets fielded deep in the alley, but not before 2-run score, and the hitter lands on second.
At the plate, Andrew McCutchen. High and deep to left center field. A ball that's tarrying. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. Pirates on top, 7-3. Digging in once again, Everett Cabrera. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Now the pitch.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. Here it comes. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
To the plate now, Rob Brantley, as he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. It was a walk in his last trip. Behind 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. And another foul ball. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Now in the box, number 5. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Here's the pitch. Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. McCutchen is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Miami down in order. Deficit holds at 4. It's 7-3. Now at the plate, Chris Davis. And he's the reigning recipient of the National League's Player of the Month award.
Chris Davis.
He's set. Here it comes. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. And there's the first out. 1 away here for the Bucks in their half of the 7th. And that'll bring up the big left-handed bat of Logan Morrison. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The 1-0 is taken, strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Swinging a hard liner to center field. He'll get it into second. Man, this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with two bases.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Into the box now, Neil Walker. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. Counts even at 1-1 to Walker. Count is 1-2 now. One out and a runner on second base. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Third home run for him on the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Oh, that swing has to feel good right there. If you look at the numbers, this guy does not give up many long balls. To take him deep in this spot certainly is huge.
Now back, the pitcher, Gus Diasca.
At the plate now, Gus Diasca, as he lifts it in the air to right field. Coates will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the second out. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Jose Reyes. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swinging a soft liner, and a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. So the top of the 7th isn't over yet after the 2-out base hit.
Now batting.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
In now, number 23, as he sends it on the ground to first. Throw in time, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But the Pirates do get a couple here on this 2-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's the Pirates 9 and the Marlins 3. Robbie Grossman is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Robbie Grossman.
In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0. He'll enter play here at an even .250. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. The 1-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. So striding in, Travis Blankenship.
The second baseman, Travis Blankenship.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike there. 0-1. One out, nobody on. 1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. And ooh, might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Line drive, base hit to right. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Stepping in now, Jason Coates.
A swing and hit a pop to the right side of the infield.
Oh, and they botch this one as it drops in the infield. And there's out number 2. Standing in, Christian Yelich. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, strike 1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Good breaking ball right there. Good hard slider. The count now 0-2. He's getting deep into the outing, but his slider is still staying sharp. He doesn't look at all like he's starting to tire. He looks as good now as he did early on in the game.
He pulls this one into right. Stanton is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Marlins leave 1. Still way back. It's 9-3. Bennett enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 27.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Oh, that's it.
Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
And that's down into left center for a base hit.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, B-Row, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not there, not putting his head down, being over aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Row, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
Carlos Santana is at the plate as he watches ball 1. A runner at first with no outs here. Santana in front with a 2-0 count.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
Has a look, now the pitch. In tight as this pitch misses, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andrew McCutchen. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. The 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. To second for 1. And it's in time to get him. But they do play to run on the play.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Digging in and looking for more, Logan Morrison. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on a couple of hits. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Bucks 10 and the Marlins 3. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Brian Anderson. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8th.
Anderson.
Russell is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 7.
And he'll step off and try and reset. First pitch on its way.
Nope, that's the ball.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down. Again, he sends it out of play. The 2-2 one more time. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1. So with his day over now, you get a look at the final pitching line for the Pittsburgh starter. And he'll be very happy with how the day went.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
Standing in now, Colby Rasmus. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Two balls, no strikes to the Miami center fielder. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. 3-1.
Counted 3-1.
He loses him on ball 4.
The batter, number 4. Shortstop, Everett.
Digging in the switch hitter, Everett Cabrera. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
The 1-0 is low and outside for a ball. Up and out over the plate, but a cold strike. 2-1.
Love the fact the pitcher challenged him in that spot right there. Didn't love the location. But I got to be honest with you, I think he's got him on his heels right now. Don't be shocked if he attacks the zone again.
3-1 to the Marlins middle infielder. Has a look, now the pitch. And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
Digging in now, Rob Brantley. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's up and in for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. And we're going to have a quick stoppage here as a beach ball has made its way into right field. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. He's ready now. The pitch lifted into the air out towards center field. McCutchen is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Into the box now, number 5. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
0-1. Oh, that's off the plate.
Hey, even though this guy's a righty hitter, he's going to get pounded with that two-seamer. He needs to make sure he catches this thing out front if he sees that pitch again.
Now a ball lined to the left side. 2 down, runners at first and second. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and Walker will put this one away, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native, the left-handed bat of Neil Walker.
The last at-bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and did miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
First pitch of the at-bat. Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. But this will land untouched. And it's fouled away. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Coates is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Josh Rutledge will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 14, Josh Rutledge.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. High in the air out to center field. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Jose Reyes. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. First delivery to him on the way. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Swing and a liner. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Boy, this guy is off to some kind of series, and he's one of the better road hitters in all of baseball.
Yeah, and some guys just have a knack for lighting it up on the road, getting that good night's sleep, and finding a way to get to the yard early and work on their craft.
So now to the plate, number 23. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. 1 left for Pittsburgh. They still lead by 7. It's 10-3. Cody Allen, a 6'1" right-hander, will be the one to get the call from the bullpen here.
Cody Allen.
Asdrubal Cabrera will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the ninth, and they've certainly got their work cut out for them here, so he'll just need to work on getting aboard. Trying to bunt his way on, but this has popped up. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Up next for the Marlins, the second baseman, Travis Blankenship.
At the plate, Travis Blankenship, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Fastball got him looking, as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 31.
Sliding into the box, Jason Coates. Couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. First delivery to him on the way. Ready with the 0-1. There goes Cabrera. In there. Now the throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
To the plate now, Christian Yelich.
as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play.
He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Oh, and 1. Here it comes. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. Cabrera rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate. And the gap shortens, but still plenty of work to do.
Dan, you find yourself in trouble early, putting guys on base, but then you're able to wiggle out of it, get 2 quick outs. You think you're going to get your team off the field, and with 2 outs, you give up a run-scoring base hit.
You know what happens sometimes, Dero? You lose concentration. You find yourself in a tough spot. You get 2 outs. You think you're just almost out of it, and you lose concentration, and that might have been what happened in that case.
Into the box now, Brian Anderson, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0-for-3 in the game so far. The 1-0.
Ball 2.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Ball 3. 3-0.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
And he thought that was ball 4, but it's called a strike. 3-1 now.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Miami down to their last strike. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them. And that never say die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
So stepping in, Colby Rasmus. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
From the belt, the pitch, and he fouls this one off. Two men are on with 2 men out. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. He'll come home with it, and not in time as the run scores.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, Dero, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in a hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
At the plate now, Everett Cabrera. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. In his career, Cabrera brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base, find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Hit on the ground to third. Glove by Santana. Throw to first will be in time for the final out, and the Pirates have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
This one ends with a 10-5 score. The Pittsburgh Pirates used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Gus Shashka notches his 3rd win of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Pirates, 10 runs, 15 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. For the Marlins, 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 33 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.